Welcome back. Today, we're diving into our source material to look at 4 really interesting crypto projects that are all currently priced under $1. But what's really cool isn't just the price tag. It's the unique story and the powerful narrative driving each one. So this is the big question, isn't it? When you see a coin that's less than $1, it's easy to wonder, is there really anything there? But as we're about to see, the price alone really doesn't tell the whole story. And this quote from our source just hits the nail on the head. You know, real value and solid fundamentals aren't always tied to a high price. Today, we're going to unpack 4 very different examples of exactly that. Okay, before we jump in, just the quick and super important reminder. This is an explainer of our source material. We're just breaking down the information for you. This is absolutely not financial advice. First up on our list, we have Cronos, or CRO. And this one isn't just about the tech. It's about a really fascinating and pretty unexpected collision between the world of crypto and the world of politics. So the first thing you notice here is just the speed. According to the source, CRO is hanging out around 28 cents, but it had already shot up over 76% in a single week. I mean, a move that big tells you a major catalyst had to be in play. And here it is. That catalyst was a reported $6.42 billion strategic partnership with Trump Media Group. According to the source, this piece of news was the single biggest reason for that huge price jump. And this partnership has a few different layers. CRO is apparently said to be the main platform token for Truth Social, and the source even notes it was supposedly chosen for the company's treasury strategy. But it's not just politics. You've also got real-world adoption, like a new deal with Emirates Airlines. It's a really unique mix of drivers. So when you tie all of that together, the source material projects a potential 2 to 3x growth, really riding on this one-of-a-kind political narrative and its push for wider adoption. Okay, next up, we're going to shift gears from a story of politics to a story of patience. Our second coin is Cardano, or ADA, and its whole game is about slow, steady, deliberate development and community power. Now, Cardano is no small fish. At the time of the source, it was trading around 82 cents with a market cap of nearly $30 billion. I mean, this has been a top 10 project for years, and it's famous for its super methodical, research-first approach. And here's a look at what it can do. In just a single month, the network processed a whopping 112 million transactions, and it did it while keeping the fees incredibly low. That's a huge sign of its real-world usefulness. But you know, the real engine behind this project is its community. In their first ever big governance vote, they approved a $71 million roadmap. You've also got things like the Midnight Glacier airdrop, bringing new tokens to users, and even hints of major partnerships on the horizon. It all shows this ecosystem is really growing from the inside out. So with all these developments in the pipeline, the source projects a potential 2 to 4x upside. The takeaway here is that while Cardano's growth is steady, its next big move could be huge if it pulls off this community-driven plan. All right, our third project, Ondo, is tackling a narrative that is just massive. We're talking about building a bridge between Wall Street and the world of blockchain. The goal is to bring traditional finance on-chain. So its core mission is actually simple but incredibly profound. It's tokenizing real-world assets, or RWAs. Think about taking things like stocks, bonds, and US treasuries and putting them on the blockchain to make them faster and more accessible for everyone. Now, a mission that big needs some serious firepower, right? Well, Ondo has partnered directly with the largest bank in the US, JP Morgan, to make these tokenized financial products a reality. That's some serious institutional validation. So that begs the question, just how big is this opportunity? I mean, what is the scale of the market that Ondo and JP Morgan are going after here? $27 trillion. No, that is not a typo. And that's just the size of the US Treasury market alone. The source points out that if Ondo can capture just a tiny fraction of this, like even 0.1%, the upside would be absolutely mind-blowing. With that enormous market in its sights, the source is projecting a potential of 3x to 5x, and maybe even higher as Ondo tries to become a leader in this whole RWA space. And finally, our fourth coin, Pyth, is all about data, the absolute lifeblood of decentralized finance, or DeFi. Its story is about becoming a trusted source of information, and it just got a huge vote of confidence from a very powerful place. And here's the big news, a partnership with the US Department of Commerce. Pyth was actually chosen along with Chainlink to publish official US economic data, we're talking GDP numbers, directly on the blockchain. This is a massive step for data transparency. And the market reacted instantly. You can see it right here in the data. Pyth's trading volume exploded over 3,000% in a single day. Its market cap jumped by 56%. That tells you exactly how significant the market thought this government validation really was. And the foundation here is just so strong. You can't have DeFi without trusted data, period. Pyth is already plugged into over 100 blockchains and offers staking rewards, which could even include future airdrops from the Solana ecosystem.
So, with this key government partnership in its back pocket, the source sees a potential 4 to 6x growth, positioning Pyth to be a major provider of trusted, on-chain data.
So let's just bring it all home. We've looked at 4 different projects, all under $1, sure, but more importantly, we've unpacked 4 completely different and really powerful stories. And this slide just sums it up perfectly, doesn't it? You've got Cronos making a political power play, Cardano, the patient community builder, Ondo acting as the bridge to Wall Street, and Pyth becoming the government's trusted oracle. Every single one is chasing a totally unique path to growth. And that really leaves us with one final thought to chew on. Politics, community, institutional finance, or trusted data. As this whole market keeps evolving, which one of these powerful stories do you think will end up being the one that matters most?